everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Soup Bowl. I am your host, Renee Murdoch, and I am so happy that you are liking, that you are sharing, that you're subscribing, and that you're going on this journey with me. And I'm so happy to be going on this journey with you as well. Why? Because we were never meant to do life alone. And so on today, what are we getting into? Well, I still want to be talking to you about goals because that's where we're all at. Everybody wants to meet their goals. Everybody made goals on this year, and hopefully you are on the right path. And if not, we're going to talk about it on today. Goals don't work without us taking ownership of what they are. And so I'm going to help you out today. Goals don't fail. Goals don't fail. People quit. They abandon their responsibilities that they said that they were going to do. We love to say, oh, it didn't work out. Did it not work out? Or did you not work on it? We as people like to abandon the process and then blame the plan. Not taking ownership that, oh, I just quit. I didn't have enough stamina. I didn't believe in the plan anymore. You abandon the process. You abandon your position. So like in the military, they teach you, hey, we all have a responsibility to man the post. And so when you leave the post, it allows, right, for the enemy to come in that area and where you were supposed to be manning that. So if you're leaving your position, you are leaving an opening for the enemy to come in. So you have to be willing to say, I take responsibility for not meeting my responsibility. I take responsibility for not meeting my goals. I know this is heavy. I know you're like, Renee. Yes, Renee. Ownership is heavy, right? You can't pray away discipline. You can't outsource your efforts. You can't blame your way into meeting your goals and getting your results. Ownership is the doorway to change. Real talk. So some of us, we've made these vision boards, and really, where are you at in your vision board right now? Right? We could be so many months in, 6-7 months into the year. Where are you at in that vision board? You went to the party. You did the cutouts. You pasted. You had the super glue. You bedazzled everything up. You posted on social media. You wrote your goals. You declared the year, what it was going to be. You spoke in your affirmations each day. But here's the thing, your habits haven't shifted. And if your habits haven't shifted, then guess what? You're not going to get your results. A goal without new behavior is just a wish. You're wishing on a star. This is not Make-A-Wish Foundation. And wishing does not build anything. No one owes you consistency. And no one owes you growth. You owe it to yourself. But you have to be honest with yourself. We have to be honest about where we are so we can start from there and continue to go. You don't miss goals because you lack potential, because all of us have potential. What it is lacking is the word that we don't like to use, which is discipline. You cannot outsource discipline. You can hire your trainer, but you still have to do the exercises. You can hire a coach, but you still have to apply the application in which you had your session in. You can join a program, but you still have to show up. I just had a thought. I think I should open a gym. And the reason why I feel like I could open a gym, I can literally be rich, right? Because people literally go get memberships at a gym. Okay, raise it if it's you. You go get a membership at a gym. You go like the first month and you don't go back. And you're still paying your membership. What? What is that? It's just diabolical to me for you to actually be doing that. But you owe it to yourself to be honest. It's okay. It's okay. No one is coming to help you. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming, right, to help you. No one is coming. You have to be willing to save yourself. This is not to scare you or to deflate your balloon. It's not even negative. It's empowering. Because if no one is coming to save you, then that must mean that you have the authority over your outcome. Are you done making the excuses? Because I don't know, making excuses, it just takes up so much energy. And I don't have time, right, or energy to be given to something that I have the power and the authority to make a decision. So why do we keep quitting? We quit because it takes longer than what we thought. It's harder than what we expected. Nobody is clapping yet. I don't have 1,000 followers. I'm not getting the banner of, 1 million views. Results aren't instant. We live in a culture of microwave. Like when the microwave came on the scene, it was like the best thing since sliced bread. Growth is like marinating, right? I'm not a cooker, but I think about when something has to marinate, like, they tell you the directions, marinate this overnight. And so I've done it, and then I've done it when I didn't follow the directions. And I can I could taste the difference in that food. The one that marinated overnight was more flavorful. And if it was meat, it literally it's just very fresh, right? It just tastes so good. But the one that I didn't marinate overnight, it's like, oh my gosh, I think I need to add some more seasoning to this, even after I cooked it. So marinating and growing, right, it's kind of like this crock pot effect, like where you slow cook things. That's what it's like. So that same energy that I'm giving to these excuses, right, I could be using that same energy for something else. There is when people say it's not enough time in the day, it's like 24 hours in a day. In 24 hours, what are we doing with that 24 hours? Clearly, time is not lacking. And I'm going to tell you what is. What's lacking is focus. What's lacking is follow through. What's lacking is execution. It's boring. It's unseen, right? And no one can see what I'm doing. So I got to get out there. I got to be known. But it says your gifts will make room for you. So you don't start out as a general in a regiment. Seriously, you don't. You come in, depending on if you're coming in as an officer, I'm talking about the armed forces, or you come in as an enlisted, then you're coming in as a private PFC, something like that nature. But you don't start off being a general, right? That's a whole regiment. And you trying to lead people into battle? No, you're going to get somebody killed out there, right? Think about the story of David, right? He was prophesied over when he was a young teenager about being the next king of Israel while the king was still in place. So here it is. He doesn't take the throne until about maybe in 12, 15 years or whatever. That's what the theologians say, right? But he was out there. He was not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to wait around. My time hasn't come. And so I'm just going to sit there and wait. No, he was out there fighting battles. He was out there winning the battles for Israel. He was out there fighting for his community and for his land. He was fighting to the point that where he wanted to build a house for God, and God told him, thank you, son. Thank you, David. Thank you for wanting to build a house for me. That's in your heart. Your heart is for me. But you have too much blood on your hands, and so I'm going to let your son do it. But I'm going to give you an assignment that you can help do this thing, but you can't do it for me. See, we're not going to rise to our goals and see those results, right, if we fail to do what? The habits, change the habits, right? Goals don't stand a chance if we do not change our habits. So I'm going to ask you, what habit is sabotaging your future? What habit is sabotaging your future? You cannot conquer what you refuse to confront. And ownership is what's needed. And ownership sounds like this. I did not prioritize my day. I didn't plan for it. I didn't follow through, right? I stopped too soon. I quit. It was me. It was on me. You have to say those things to yourself. I had to say those things to myself. Well, I didn't follow through, right? I gave up too soon. I got to keep working at it. Know that it's yours and that you can make the change. Blame feels good at the moment when we want to point the finger at other people, but responsibility builds results. And sometimes we say these things like, oh, but it's not me, it's them. But we don't want it enough to sacrifice for it, right? We want financial freedom, but we can't seem to get our spending under control, right? It's just a fantasy. It's a desire if you're not willing to get your spending under control. We want good health, but we won't change our diet. We want the convenience of being able to eat whenever we want to eat and eat whatever we want to eat. It may not be good for you. You have high blood pressure. It's not good for you, right? You want the impact, but you don't want to work on your skills. See, while David was waiting to be king, he was working on his skill. He said, the scripture says that he was very skillful in playing. He was so skillful in playing that when he played, right, the demons had to flee. We must remember that leading ourselves first, right? Integrity is first. Before that, our behavior must match our words. So if you say one thing, you must be living it. If you're declaring something, you must believe it and you must live it. If you write it, then you need to work the word. You are responsible now for your own life and your own change. You cannot change your childhood. You cannot change what someone else said or did to you or didn't even give you. Like, I know someone that literally, they got married and so it wasn't working out. And so they're like, well, he said he was going to pay for my home. And so they were causing all types of havoc. And they would not leave the situation, police involved, all these things, because they said that they were going to pay for it. Okay, so they're not paying for it now. So what? What are you going to do? You're going to stay in a toxic relationship? Insane. So let's be practical about this work, right? If you want to really meet your goals, you're going to have to be very clear about what it is that you want to meet. You're going to have to put in weekly actions, right? You're going to have to schedule those actions. You're going to have to track those executions, right? And you're going to have to get an accountability partner. Missing one day is a mistake, but missing a week becomes a pattern. And when you miss a month, that means that you're avoiding the very thing that you need to do. The very thing that you need to do to be processed. So I'll need you to catch it quickly and catch it early. All right. So we're out of time for right now, but do know I want you to truly get this. I want to help you. I want to work with you. And so you can reach out to www.4mosaic.com where you can find out more information. Let's chat it up. Let's talk about this. Let's get you to your results. So do know that leading is teachable. And until next time, I love you and there's nothing that you can do about it. Peace.